Stay ahead with the latest trends, inspiring success stories, and must-watch TV moments only on Dominion Television.
Join a community that celebrates excellence, innovation, and African storytelling at its finest.
Don't miss out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on all our social media platforms, and watch Dominion Television today.
Good afternoon. This is the news at 1 on Dominion Television, Ibadan. First, the headlines. Friends, family and associates mourn Dr. Omololu Olunloyo. United States tariffs threaten 35,000 citrus jobs in South Africa. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu visits United States President Donald Trump. Auburn vows to help Hoffenheim escape relegation. Now the news in detail. Family, friends and associates of late Dr. Omololu Olunloyo have described the life and times of the late former governor of Oyo State as a colossal loss, which is irreplaceable. This and more, they say, as Dominion News visited the Molete residence of the deceased.
As a shock to many Nigerians and residents of Oyo State. Dominion News visited the Molete residence of the late governor of Oyo State as family, friends and associates extended their condolences.
He was a great man by all standards. The greatest, by far the greatest of all the governors that had ruled Oyo State. Apart from possibly Chief Obafemi Awolowo and possibly Bola Ige, I don't see any other governor that one can say will match the kind of personality that Olunloyo was.
Olunloyo is a beacon of knowledge. He is an icon in all perspectives. Many people know him as a mathematician. It's not just mathematics. He was groomed in all fields.
He was a no-nonsense person. He was pragmatic. He was realistic. He doesn't hide. He doesn't play seek and hide and seek game on anything. He's a straightforward person. If you had gotten an opportunity to rule this state for even 1 year, this state would have been turned to something else.
Deputy Governor Adebayo Lawal, who led members of the Oyo State Executive Council, condoled the Olunloyo's family.
His uniqueness, unique personality in many ways. Intellectually, you know that he was a person to beat intellectually. Secondly, he was a political icon, and he was an administrator par excellence. And here, He was a beacon of hope to so many people.
Widow of the late Dr. Olunloyo and siblings say the family will forever miss him.
A devoted father, a devoted husband, a loving and kind person. My husband, the way people see him outside is different from the way he is in this house. So they see a man who is very, they see him as someone like a lion who's always growling, but really had a soft underbelly. He was a very quiet person. He was like a big teddy bear. Just wants to be called, and
Born on the 14th of April 1935, Omololu Olunloyo was a Nigerian mathematician and politician who served as the governor of Oyo State from October 1st, 1983 to December 31st, 1983. Grace Aino, Dominion News.
In finance, the Nigerian government has hinted at a possible review of its 54.9 trillion naira 2025 budget as a response to President of the United States of America, Donald Trump's tariff, which has resulted in turmoil in global trade. The Nigerian Minister of Finance, Wale Edun, disclosed this at a press conference in Abuja organized by the Ministry of Finance Incorporated. According to him, Nigeria's economic management team will closely analyze the evolving situation and recommend optimal strategies to mitigate risks and adapt to the global tariff. His comments come as Trump slammed a 14% tariff on Nigerian exports in reciprocation for a 27% tariff on U.S. goods. Now, on the foreign scene, Farmers Association has said that tariffs announced by United States President Donald Trump will hurt South African citrus farms and could potentially affect 35,000 jobs. The Citrus Association of Southern Africa disclosed this in a statement today, stating that the new tariff would place an additional $4.5 costs on each carton, making South Africa fruit less competitive in the U.S. market. Trump has imposed a 31% tariff on U.S. imports from South Africa on the 2nd of April when he announced a 10% baseline tariff on all imports and higher targeted duties on dozens of countries. Now, on the Gabon elections, Gabon will hold a presidential election this Saturday. The first since a 2023 coup ended the Bongo family 56 years dynasty, in which the country new military ruler hope will legitimize and cement their hold on power. Officers led by Brice Oligui Nguema took power in August 2023, the last in a 3-year wave of coup that swept West and Central Africa and eroded decades of democratic gains in the region. Nguema, who initially promised to hand back power to civilians, has declared himself head of the transitional government and last month announced his candidacy for the vote on Saturday. Now, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has promised to eliminate Israel's trade surplus with the United States. Netanyahu made the pledge in his visit to the White House Oval Office to see President Donald Trump. Under Trump's new policy, Israel's goods would face a 17% U.S. tariff. Trump made no promises when asked if his administration planned to reduce tariffs on Israeli goods. Meanwhile, China has vowed to fight to the end against fresh 15% tariffs threatened by United States President Donald Trump, further aggravating a trade war that has already wiped trillions of global markets. China Commerce Ministry said that the U.S. side's threat to escalate tariffs against China is a mistake on top of a mistake, once again exposing the American side blackmailing nature. China validation came after Trump threatened to increase tariffs on U.S. imports from the country more than 100% in response to China's decision to match reciprocal duties Trump initially unveiled last week. In Bundesliga, talking sports, Hoffenheim striker has expressed his desire to help the club avoid relegation from the Bundesliga this season. Christian's side, who have endured a troubled campaign, are fighting hard to maintain their top flight status. The Village Club currently occupy 14th position on the table with 27 points from 28 games. Auburn joined Hoffenheim from League One side Olympique Lyon in January. You can visit our website on www.dominion.org.ng to listen to us live and interact with us. You can also follow us across our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube and LinkedIn at Dominion Broadcast and on X at Dominion Cast. That ends the news at 1 p.m. Thank you for listening. My name is Ronke Giwa Onofua. Good afternoon.
Welcome to Dominion Broadcast House, your channel of choice, for the best stories and the best songs, where inspiration meets entertainment.
From powerful stories to thought-provoking conversations, we bring you content that informs, entertains, and transforms.
Catch top-notch entertainment, including movies, talk shows, and insightful programs curated just for you.
Looking for cutting-edge documentaries, exclusive interviews, and lifestyle shows that matter? We have got it all.
Stay ahead with the latest trends, inspiring success stories, and must-watch TV moments only on Dominion Television.
Join a community that celebrates excellence, innovation, and African storytelling at its finest.
Don't miss out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on all our social media platforms, and watch Dominion Television today.
akínyìn kú dédé àsìkò yìí ìròyìn ọjọ́ kan rí ló ń dé sí ojú ìwòran yín láti lè ṣe móhùnmáwòrán ti Dominion ṣáájú ẹ̀gbọ́ kókó tó wà nínú ìròyìn náà. ìròyìn ọ̀hún rèé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ará àtojúlùmọ̀ gbogbo tó jẹ́ ti olóògbé ọ̀mọ̀wé Ọmọlolú Olúnlọ́yọ̀ ni wọ́n ti ṣàpèjúwe ìgbé ayé àti àsìkò olóògbé tó ti fìgbà kan rí jẹ́ gómìnà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí àdánù ńlá léyìí tí kò ṣeé rọ́pò. èyí àti ọ̀pọ̀ nǹkan mìíràn ni wọ́n sọ gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwọn aṣojúkọ̀ròyìn iléeṣẹ́ wa Dominion ṣe àbẹ̀wò sí ilé olóògbé ọ̀hún ní Mọ̀lété. ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ló ti fi síta wípé ó ṣeé ṣe kí wọ́n ṣe àtúngbéyẹ̀wò àbẹ́ ètò òṣùná fún ti ọdún yìí látàrí àṣẹ èyí tí ààrẹ ilẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà Donald Trump tó fi síta èyí tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú owó orí léyìí tó sì ti mú kí ọ̀kan-ò-jọ̀kan àríwísí àti àríwòye kó wà nínú ọjà àgbáyé. Alákòóso fọ́rọ̀ ìṣúná nílẹ̀ yìí Wálé Ẹdùn ló sọ lójú ọ̀rọ̀ yìí níbi ọ̀rọ̀ ìpàdé tó ṣe pẹ̀lú àwọn oníròyìn nílùú Àbújá èyí tí iléeṣẹ́ tó rí sọ́rọ̀ ètò òṣúná tí wọ́n ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ rẹ̀. Gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe sọ, àwọn ikọ̀ tí wọ́n ṣàkóso ètò ọrọ̀ ajé ni wọ́n jókòó láti tún àbẹ́ ètò òṣúná ọ̀hún yẹ̀wò fínífíní kí wọ́n sì dábàá lórí ọ̀nà tí wọ́n gbà láti má jẹ́ kí ewu tó ń bẹ lórí ìkéde èyí tí ààrẹ tó kéde nípa owó orí ọ̀hún kó pagidínà ètò ìdàgbàsókè ètò ọrọ̀ ajé àti ètò ìṣúná orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Nínú ìròyìn tó ti ilẹ̀ South Africa jáde, àgbáríjọ ẹgbẹ́ àwọn àgbẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti sọ di mímọ̀ wípé owó orí èyí tí ààrẹ Donald Trump tó kéde ni ó pa àwọn oko lára nílẹ̀ South Africa léyìí tó sì sọ di mímọ̀ wípé yóò tún ṣokùnfà ìpalára fún ọ̀kẹ́-ìmọye iṣẹ́ èyí tó ń lọ bí ẹgbẹ̀rún 15. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí àgbáríjọ àwọn ọlọ́gbìn nǹkan èso nílẹ̀ South Africa ṣe sọ lójú ọ̀rọ̀ yìí nínú àtẹ̀jáde tó jáde lónìí, níbẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti sọ di mímọ̀ wípé iye owó orí tuntun eléyìí tí wọ́n ti gbélé ọjà tí wọ́n ń pèsè òun náà ló ti mú kí ẹ̀kúnwó $4.5 kó gorí iye tí wọ́n ta pálí nǹkan èso ní ilẹ̀ South Africa, léyìí tó sì jẹ́ mú kí èso tí ilẹ̀ South Africa tí wọ́n ń tà kí ó máa figagbága ní ẹ̀gbẹ́ kó má lè figagbága lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ọjà ti ilẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà. Trump ló ti kéde wípé ìdá 29% owó ìdíyelé orí ọjà òun náà ni ó mọ wà nínú ọjà tí ilẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà tó bá ń gbé lọ sí ilẹ̀ South Africa ní ọjọ́ kejì oṣù kẹrin ọdún tá a wà yìí. Nínú ìròyìn tó ń ti ilẹ̀ Gabon jáde ní ọjọ́ àbámẹ́ta ọ̀sẹ̀ tá a wà yìí ni wọ́n mọ̀ ṣètò ìdìbò sí ipò ààrẹ léyìí tó jẹ́ àkọ́kọ́ láti ọdún 2023 èyí tí wọ́n ti dìtẹ̀ gba ìjọba èyí tó sì ń fi òpin sí mọ̀lẹ́bí Bongo èyí tí wọ́n ti ń tukọ̀ ìṣàkóso láti ọdún 64 sẹ́yìn léyìí tó sì mú kí orílẹ̀-èdè ọ̀hún àwọn olórí titun eléyìí tó jẹ́ láti iléeṣẹ́ ọmọ ogun ní ìrètí wà wípé wọ́n fi ẹsẹ̀ òfin múlẹ̀ àti láti lè mú kí ìṣàgbára wọn kó ríbi fẹsẹ̀ wálẹ̀ dáadáa. Àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ eléyìí tí Brice Oligui tó lé ṣòdí láti gba agbára nínú oṣù kẹjọ ọdún 2023 nínú eléyìí tí ìdìtẹ̀gbàjọba tó ti fi wáyé ní ọdún 3 ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ léra wọn, òun ló ti mú kí nǹkan kó pakasọ ní ìwọ̀ oòrùn àti láàrin gbùngbùn ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ léyìí tó sì ti wọ́gi lé ọ̀kẹ́ àìmọye àsìkò èyí tí wọ́n ti fi ṣe ètò ìjọba àwarawa àti àwọn mùdùnmúdùn tí wọ́n ti rí lẹ́ka náà. Ìròyìn ó ń tẹ̀ sí ọwọ́ iwájú pẹ̀lú ìròyìn eléyìí èyí tó ń ti ilẹ̀ Israel jáde níbi tí olóòtú ilẹ̀ Israel Benjamin Netanyahu tó ti ṣèlérí láti wọ́gi lé àṣẹ̀dálẹ̀ okòòwò ilẹ̀ Israel èyí tó ń wáyé pẹ̀lú bí ó ti ṣe sọ di mímọ̀ wípé àbẹ̀wò tó ṣe sí ilé funfun ní ọ́fíìsì láti lọ rí ààrẹ Donald Trump níbẹ̀ ló ti ń jẹ́jẹ́ tó sì ń ṣe ìlérí nínú ìlànà titun eléyìí tí ìṣàkóso Trump tó gbé síta. Àwọn ọjà tí ilẹ̀ Israel tó ń pèsè òní ó mọ kojú ìdá 17 èyí tí ẹ̀kúnwó tó fi dé orí ẹ̀. Trump ló sọ di mímọ̀ wípé òun ò ṣèlérí kankan lásìkò tí wọ́n bí bóyá ìṣàkóso rẹ̀ ń gbèrò láti mú kí ẹ̀dínkù kó dé bá àwọn ọjà eléyìí tí ilẹ̀ Israel tí wọ́n ń pèsè. Nínú ìròyìn tó ti ilẹ̀ China jáde, ilẹ̀ China ti fìkàtọ́lẹ̀ pẹnulá láti jà láti fi òpin sí ìdá 15 owó orí tuntun eléyìí tí ilẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà ìhun ààrẹ ilẹ̀ náà Donald Trump tí ó gbé kalẹ̀ fún wọn léyìí tó sì tún ń pa kún ogun ìjà okòwò tó ti wà láàrin orílẹ̀-èdè méjèèjì eléyìí tó sì ti mú kí ọ̀kẹ́ àìmọye tírílíọ̀nù àwọn ọjà láwùjọ àgbáyé kókó gbà wọlé. Iléeṣẹ́ tó rí sọ́rọ̀ okòwò nílẹ̀ China ló sọ di mímọ̀ wípé ilẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà òun ló ti ń dúnkokò láti ṣe àfikún iye owó orí ọjà wọn tako ilẹ̀ China léyìí tí wọ́n sì sọ pé ó jẹ́ àṣìṣe lórí ọ̀kan òjọ̀kan àṣìṣe èyí tó tún fi ń tọ́ka bí ilẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà bó ti ṣe é múgbá lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ láti ba nǹkan àti ọjà wọn jẹ́. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ilẹ̀ China ti wá sọ di mímọ̀ wípé òun ti ṣetán láti gbẹ̀san báyìí, ó sì ti dúnkokò láti ṣe àfikún owó orí ọjà eléyìí tí ilẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà náà tó ń gbé wọ orílẹ̀-èdè China pẹ̀lú ìdá 100 níye. Nínú agbọn eré ìdárayá, atamátàsé Hoffenheim àti Gift Urban ni wọ́n ti ṣetán tí wọ́n sì ti fi ìfẹ́ wọn hàn láti ṣe ìrànwọ́ fún ẹgbẹ́ agbábọ́ọ̀lù ọ̀hún láti lè má jẹ́ kí ipò wọn kó rẹmi nínú ìdíje Bundesliga fún ti sáà àsìkò tá a wà yìí. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n ti ṣe sọ di mímọ̀ wípé àwọn ìpolongo àti àwọn ìdíje ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ tó ń bẹ níwájú wọn òun ló nira láti rí i dájú wípé wọ́n rọ́wọ́ mú lókè téńté, àmọ́ ó ti fi ìròyìn léde báyìí wípé ohun gbogbo tí ó bá gbà òun ni wọ́n fi síta láti rí i dájú wípé wọ́n rọ́wọ́ mú nínú ìdíje fún ti sáà yìí. Ìròyìn àgbáyé òun ló ń dé sí ojúwòrán yín láti iléeṣẹ́ móhùnmáwòrán ti Dominion. Ẹ lè kàn sí wa ní ojú òpó alátagbà wa ní www.dominion.org.ng. ẹ sì lè tẹ́tí sí wa ní àwọn ojú òpó ìtàkùn ìbánidọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ wa bíi ti Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube àti LinkedIn. Dominion Broadcast ní ojú òpó ti ìbánidọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ ti X. ẹ lè tẹ @DominionCast láti rí wa wò dáadáa. Èyí lópin ìròyìn àgbáyé fún àsìkò yìí. Ti àsìkò yìí. Ẹ ṣé fún gbígbọ́ àti wíwò tẹ́ ń wo iléeṣẹ́ móhùnmáwòrán ti Dominion TV. Olúbùnmi Táyọ̀kẹ́ lórúkọ tèmi. Ẹ máa yáṣẹ́ o.